Welcome back to Religion in the News. My guest today is WNBA player Yolanda Moore. Yolanda, welcome to the show.
Hey, Faith. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so for you to be a basketball player, how tall really are you?
I'm only 6 feet tall, but when I put my heels on, I love, my tall heels, so I'm about 6'3", 6'4".
Oh, just 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah,
You know, I'm only about 5'1". Okay, so with your height and everything, were you teased growing up?
Oh, gosh, yes. I was, because I was taller than all of my friends, and I used to find myself, like, slouching just so I could fit in. But, yeah, I used to get ridiculed about my height, my big feet. I've worn a size 12 since I was 6th grade, so I used to get teased about that all the time. Yes.
Size 12?
A size 12.
Is it hard to find shoes?
It's hard to find good shoes at a decent price, but they're out there. I can find some good deals.
So you not only won one championship, you won 2.
Yes.
Tell our viewers a little bit about that experience.
Well, I was a part of the very first 2 WNBA championship teams in the history of the league. I was a part of the 1997 and 1998 Houston Comets teams, which went on to win the first 4 WNBA championships. And it was a great experience, obviously, for me, because I wasn't supposed to, I wasn't supposed to be there. After having kids in college and having had 3 knee surgeries, and the coach of the team, Van Chancellor, had been my college coach, and he told me 2 days before the tryout, don't even come to the tryout because I had a snowball's chance in hell of making the team because I just wasn't, I wasn't good enough at my position.
Really? So now when we think about WNBA 2-time champion, we think fame and fortune, but I read, and we'll talk about your book here in a minute, that you actually were financially crippled after the championship and all that. How did that happen? Well,
I mean, the WNBA players don't make a whole lot now. And when we first started, I mean, the salaries were very, very minimal. But for me, I did not capitalize on the name or my brand that I had built with having won the championship. So I didn't really have any kind of business sense or anything like that. So didn't know how to transition out of the WNBA into like a regular life, so to speak. So I just struggled. I struggled to find my place just as a person with trying to find employment and a job, just trying to figure out where I fit. So that's
and so you struggled, and I think out of your struggle became your book, You Will Win. You will win if you don't quit. I think we have a picture of your book. Tell our viewers a little bit, so we know why you were inspired, because you were financially struggling, but tell our viewers a little bit about the book that you have written.
Well, it's basically a book about overcoming obstacles because, I mean, adversity is inevitable. It just depends on how you look at it and how you choose to face it will determine whether or not you're successful. And I've overcome a lot to be able to, to reach the pinnacle of my sport. And so that overcoming things has not stopped. And it's just my story. Just the steps that I took, literally step-by-step instruction on what I did at each stage to get to that point. And I just wanted to share that with others who may be struggling in some of the areas that I struggled in.
Okay, and also in your book, you talked about your struggles, then you also talk about seeing is believing, and I quote, it says, visualizing your success puts you in that place. It gives you something to work toward because in your mind, what you see is real. What you focus on is what you attract.
Well, it's just like when you say, if you get in your mind, okay, I want a car, and a certain kind of car, and before you got in your head that that's what you wanted, you never saw that car. And so now when you get it in your mind that that's what you want, you see it everywhere. So it's just like that with our vision. Whatever we focus on, that's what we bring about. So it's important that you have a clear vision, that you know what your purpose is, so that you can have something to strive towards.
Okay. Well, I know I read this book, and I know it is awesome. I'm sure our viewers at home would like to read it. How can they get in contact with you real quick?
They can go to my website. It's www.ymore33.com.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Back to you, Marilyn.
Thanks, Faith. Good morning. I'm Merlin Gonzalez. My guest is the Director of Operation for 211, Sherry Morgan. Welcome to Religion in the News, Sherry.
It's great to be here.
So you've been with the company for a few years, but tell us first as far as what is 211?
211 is a 3-digit number that about 90% of America can dial and 100% of Hoosiers can dial. We're there 24/7, and it's for any kind of help that you need that doesn't require an ambulance or a police car. Then you dial 911, but if it's anything else, we're there.
So what is your mission here in, so you service Central Indiana or Indianapolis area?
Connect to Help serves 24 counties throughout the state.
Okay.
North to south, east to west. There are 13 211 agencies that serve the state of Indiana. We're there for you if you have a brother-in-law who's unemployed. Call 211 and we'll connect you with the people who can help him create a resume. We'll connect you with the people who can help him learn how to interview. And then we'll connect you with the people who might help him find a job.
I see. So it's basically almost anything that you need help of.
Anything, and that's everything from fleeing domestic violence to finding dinner tonight to finding tutoring. If you've got a next-door neighbor who's starting to, her son's using drugs and she doesn't know what to do, a great first call for help is 211.
That is great. So with this kind of a platform that you put together and also the help, you receive a lot of calls probably.
Last year we answered over 250,000. 250,000. That doesn't mean that more came in. But we're proud to be a United Way agency. But the funding is such that we can't answer every call when it first comes in.
Sure.
It's unfortunate if it's a domestic violence victim, that person can't hold.
Yes.
And so sometimes they drop off the line, and that's a call that's not answered.
Yeah.
Anybody who stays on the line will get answered, but we do lose calls because people literally can't stay on the line.
I understand. So 211 has been in central Indiana for a long time.
Since about 2004.
And I understand you're celebrating your anniversary. How many years now here?
25 years as the helpline and as the information and referral network, and now as Connect to Help 211.
Now, do you also help other organizations, say for example, a church that has volunteers or has resources? Do you also connect that, or basically you answer with, to individuals?
We're here for anybody who needs help or who wants to give help. And literally, you can call anytime. We also have a website at www.connect2, and that's the digit 2, help.org. And on that website, you can search our database. You can find volunteer opportunities. You can find donation opportunities. And of course, if you need food, if you need shelter, if you need clothing, you can find that too.
Wow, what a wonderful organization that is. Good resource for our community. And again, thank you for coming over. We look forward for more great things that 211 is providing. You said 9 counties.
Oh, no, all 92.
92 counties?
Yes.
Okay, wow, what a big organization. Thank you for coming over.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Good morning. I'm Lori Cobian, here to talk about the Federation of Greater Indianapolis. In 2012, the Federation just celebrated 100 years of service to the metro Indianapolis area and surrounding counties. The Federation is responsible for great milestones in our community, including the development of the citywide chaplaincy programs, diversification and race relations, clergy hospital visits, citywide prayer vigils, and much more. And now in 2013, we want you to be a part of our team. For more information on partnering with the Church Federation of Greater Indianapolis, visit indyfaith.org.
Thank you, Lori. Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you all for joining us. For more information on the Church Federation of Greater Indianapolis, visit indyfaith.org. If you wish to include your event on our calendar, send your info to religion@wishtv.com. Tune in next month for another exciting episode of Religion in the News. Have a great day.